I'm just saying, don't we have to recalibrate our expectations for the Warriors? And do we have to recalibrate them for the Giants? I'm not ready to recalibrate them for the Niners yet, but maybe other people are. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. For the last 10 years, I feel like we've gone into the Warrior season saying, they can win a championship. And I think, okay, that's been fair.
They won 4 of them.
Right. But is it really fair to the Warriors right here, right now, to expect this team to compete for a title? That, to me, on day one at least, it's unrealistic. So I think I would change my expectations for the Warriors from a championship to can we make the playoffs without having to even get into the play-in game? I think that would be a nice season.
Yeah.
I just do. What do you guys think at 888-957-9570? And what about, where does Posey fit into this with the San Francisco Giants? They made the postseason once in the last 6 years, twice in the last 10. They've never won a playoff series since the 14 title.
Wow.
What are the expectations for Buster Posey's first year? 888-957-9570. I guess it's just my way of saying we've got to figure out a way to enjoy these seasons coming up for the Warriors and then later for the Giants, and we can even throw the Sharks in there. There's got to be a way to have a successful season without winning a title for these teams. But we haven't discussed the Warriors like this in forever, so I'm just interested to get Warrior fans' perspective on this with training camp having started yesterday.
Yeah, and they're in Hawaii getting ready, but I got to be honest, and we talked about it, Steiny, the Giant element of this, I'm excited already. Again, the fact that it's Buster Posey, I'll just call him the Giants' Derek Jeter, I think is good for business. And the fact that the faceless ownership sent a message, at least to me, that you know what? We've seen the Farhan movie for 7-8 years. It's time to go in a different direction. That in itself is accountability. So now let's just say you threw it out. The Giants come back next year and somehow don't make the playoffs, Steiny. I won't come in here and say Buster's a failure. I'll say at least he gets the benefit of the doubt. We're watching a movie, a different movie, and we're 10 minutes in, we're one season in, as opposed to watching Farhan just, he went 15 rounds and there was no success outside of 107. So to me right there, that's excitement. And I know from a free agent standpoint, what did we talk about? Alonzo and Soto, those are pretty long shots. But if you go to the B listers and C-plus listers or players, maybe you got some action. But the Giants were 2 games under. But what did you guys say yesterday? I believe Evan told us 9 games back of that last wild card. So that definitely is a gap. But I'm excited, and I think they're winning something now by people being excited of who's leading it.
I mean,
and I got you. No wins with that.
I mean, yeah, to me, the excitement now means nothing.
Well, Sal, the text from Sal, I won't forget. That's the PR part of it.
Yeah, but I don't think that wins you any games.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering where we're at with the teams. And the other thing is, if let's say the Giants next year go 85-77, but they miss the playoffs, I bet you people will be like, "Nice job, Buster. Nice job." I really do.
But the way I know you, I would think you would say that too. Like, forget Buster. If the team didn't make the playoffs, they come back and are 8 games over and somehow didn't make it, that wouldn't constitute success to some shape, form, or fashion?
No, for me it won't. It won't constitute success because I actually, I thought the team was going to make the playoffs this year.
So did I.
Okay, and I don't think their team's going to look drastically different next year. And so if Buster Posey can internally improve this team, the way they play, button them up a little bit, then why shouldn't they be a playoff team, I guess is my question. But let's jump into some of this stuff right now. Danny's in Richmond. What's up, Danny? How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Going well.
I just wanted to real quick talk about the Warriors.
Hey.
I've been a Warriors fan since 1985. We have lost more seasons than we have won. And these are not the lean years that I'm used to. So me, as a longtime fan, I'm like, hey, we won more than 20 games. Amazing.
Yeah.
I think that we believe phrase needs to be more for the team than for fans. Fans believe. We already know. We're out here in these streets acting wild every season like we're going to go all the way, even when everybody's injured. Okay? But does the team believe? Does everyone on the team believe? Last year, they were playing desperate, and desperate people do not believe they're going to win. They're getting down to the end of games. They're giving up. They're letting all the margins just fly by them. That's what I think Steve Kerr, that's what everybody is trying to get rid of in training camp. And I think that if they manage to gel and believe that they have something, they have to find something to believe in. But if they can get to that level of belief in each other and in themselves as a unit, I think we might have a real surprise on our hands. I'm not saying, I'm predicting they win the championship right now, but I think that they will make a playoff run in that juncture. And if they don't believe it, it's not going to happen. Just desperate again.
Appreciate it, Danny.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it's perfectly logical to believe this team could be better than last year.
We'll see.
Now that wasn't against you. That was perfect, Evan. We'll see. And that's what it is. Quick trivia. Head coach of the Warriors in 1985.
George Karl?
Johnny Bach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Former Bulls assistant also.
Their first round pick in 85.
Mullen.
Look at my man.
Why did this come up?
Because I just went to the roster when she said 1985 she became a fan.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I think the Warriors could be better than last year. Absolutely.
And that I guess that I want to say that sounds yucky, Steiny, just from the standpoint of they didn't make the offs. So it's kind of easy to be better than that.
They won 46 games, Guru.
They did.
I mean, seriously, 46. They were 10 games over 500. That's not easy.
I'm trying to come up with an analogy for that, though. But when the field...
It's when the Giants won 103 and lost the division to the Braves in 93.
No, that's different. When you win that many games, that is a travesty. But 46, Steiny, Norm would say, hey, nice job, but it's not good enough because everybody else surpassed that plateau.
Yeah.
You got to keep up with the field.
Did they do that this offseason?
That's the million-dollar question, man.
Yeah, I absolutely think that they could be better. My expectation for the Warriors, they should be a playoff team.
I don't like that we don't even know the starting five.
Actually, there's a new spot open.
Draymond, go bye-bye.
Steve Kerr said yesterday, first of all, 3 days ago, he said, yeah, we probably have a couple spots open. Now he says we've got 4 starting spots open. Draymond coming off the bench?
My question to you is why would he come off the bench?
I could see it for basketball reasons.
To save him?
That would be part of it.
Terrence Howard, the great actor, was in a great movie, black swim movie.
Oh.
It was called Pride. I don't think Draymond's pride, and he's like every other athlete, as accomplished as he is, Steiny, you think at this juncture he would say, I'm coming off the bench?
That's why he would, I would think.
But he's such a Wolverine, a competitor. He'll be like, I'm good. I'm okay, buddy. You ain't got to worry about me.
I look at this team, and I don't see a ton of playmakers. And so maybe this is the year where he's got to split up Steph and Draymond a little bit more. Just because Draymond is kind of a point guard when he plays. I'm just throwing stuff out there. But it was interesting what Kerr said about the starting 5, and he's basically said, the way I read into it is the starting 5 not necessarily going to be our 5 best players. It's got to be the best 5-man unit with Steph Curry. So we'll see, but I don't know. It looks like the Golden State Warriors are going to try a lot of stuff.
Before you grab the next
training camp.
What about the Sharks? Because you brought them up. The playoffs, right? You said the last 2 seasons have been miserable.
Yeah.
Come on, our guy.
Yeah, I honestly.
Playoffs, though, would be nice.
Well, to me, it would be to start creating excitement. Like we've got something here. Like the Oklahoma City Thunder of 3 or 4 years ago. Could they have a year like that where maybe they're knocking on the playoff door, but everybody in the league says this team's going to be really good in a couple years?
But if Celebrini's Rookie of the Year, that's a damn good start.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Chucky's in Oakland.
Chucky.
Hey, Chucky, what's going on, man?
Hey, good morning, Guru.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good morning, Matt Diamond.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey, man. Hey, I'm doing good, man.
Nice.
You know, I got a couple of points I like to make, man. I like to put it right on the table, man.
Okay.
Brought to you by Adco Pest Control. Official sponsor on 95.7 The Game. And that is, it's amazing how I haven't heard any rhetoric about the golden boy, Christian McCaffrey. To me, he's gone from golden boy to, I'm going to start calling that man Mr. Reynolds. You know, from gold to aluminum, right? Because I wondered, you know, when he did his contract adjustment, if he already was aware of his physical inability. Because, see, what was out there was he was getting his contract because, you know, he was like the best multi-back in the league. But I wanted to was getting his contract because he knew that he wasn't going to be able to perform up to the ability that he performed prior. So he was trying to get money for what he already did, knowing that he wasn't going to be able to ever do that again. And my other thing is about Draymond.
Yeah.
Vontae was supporting the media who was questioning Draymond, taking his side. But I think Draymond, it would amaze me that he wasn't able to speak and say, and would say with 100% sure that there's no worry, I'm not going to get suspended, I'm not going to act up, I got the technical behavior under control. It amazed me that he wasn't able to say that. So I'm just worried about Draymond's.
Appreciate it, Chucky. Two things there.
Two big things.
One
bigger than the other, though.
Yeah, we can't go down that road with McCaffrey.
Because we'll never know the answer.
Right, and you know.
And he earned it.
It's usually guys on other teams that do stuff like that, not our hometown guys. There's no way Christian McCaffrey did something like that for our Niners, I don't think.
I mean, you can't gauge or predict tendinitis. I mean, you got ailment, you got arthritis, they flare up or what have you. He got the chicken, he deserved it, and at that point, there's not a walking human that would have said, hey, no, Christian, we're not going to break you off this change. But Mr. Warrior, when I got the news that it was in the other leg, I'm like, oh, my goodness. Steiny, man.
Hey, did you see Brandon Cooks is probably going to miss a game for the Cowboys this week?
With something weird. Yeah. What's a leg infection?
We don't count that injury, though, if it's on the Cowboys. I got a list of guys who are out.
Well, the Rams have
Exactly. Exactly. All right, 888-957-9570. I see Steve, I see Tim, I see Barry. We'll get to you on the other side. We're talking about the expectations for teams. Is it still to win the Super Bowl for the San Francisco 49ers, or are the tea leaves telling you this might not be the year? What about the Warriors? What about the Giants? What should Buster Posey's expectations be for this team next year? And yeah, the Sharks, they're young. They got a long way to go, but you would think they're starting on an uphill journey this year. And the question is, what are your expectations for these teams right now? Because you might have to lower them a little bit.